My next dates are, I think, April in the UK, if that happens.
Wow. Where in the
Uh,
UK?
London, Dublin, Glasgow,
Are
the
you
usuals.
not a Wolves FC football fan?
Hell yeah, I am. How did you know that?
How did I know that? Because when you were playing Vegas here with us, I was watching
Don't even say playing Vegas. Say playing the
when
Plaza.
you were playing the
The rest of
Plaza,
Vegas
the
can
only
fuck itself.
that's exactly right. The only place in Vegas for comedy, the Plaza. When you were here, there was a game on, and it was Wolves against the team that I support, which is Manchester United, and Wolves won.
Boo.
Wolves won, and I saw you tweeting something like in support of Wolves. What the hell is this guy talking about? What does he know about Wolves? And then I asked you about it, which tells me how much you were remembering our conversation. I asked you about it when you were here, and you told me a story about a dog, maybe, or something happened in Wolves.
Oh, I did bury my dog in a Wolves flag.
Yes, yeah.
I
None of that
have a
makes sense for
favorite.
people that don't realize Wolves is a football team located in the Midlands in England.
We did a 7-week tour in the UK. It was disastrous, but Wolverhampton was my favorite gig of all of them. I adopted the Wolves as my favorite team. I think it's important to have a favorite team, even if
Always.
you don't watch the sport. WNBA, I'm an Aces guy. No shit.
Oh
No
yeah.
question. Are the Raiders going to let people in at any point this
No,
year?
we have 4 tickets there, and they sent us this beautiful box that opens up and plays music, and your tickets are inside it. And inside of that is a note that says no one can come to the stadium this year. So it's this beautiful gift, and no one's allowed to come to the stadium. But
I heard someone describe the new stadium as it looks like a Roomba meets the Death Star. And
It's a
you
yeah,
good
definitely see
description.
the Roomba.
yes, yeah, I see that now. Yeah, so they had their first game there a couple of weeks ago, and it was great. And unfortunately, no fans. Yeah, and they've said no fans through the whole season.
I'll be honest with you. I love the Raiders, and the one thing I hate about them, they're fans. Their fans suck.
Uh,
So I think it's fantastic that there's no fans there.
when
We
you
were we were theorizing about all the hardcore Vegas fans, the black hole tailgating in the parking lot at 115 degrees, wearing a Darth Vader helmet and having heat stroke right in the parking lot.
It sounds about right. When you are out here next year for the big shows at the Plaza, we'll go to a game together. No tailgating before, but we'll go to the game together.
I was thinking that I might, after the Tennessee Titans had to shut down a game for COVID, if that keeps up, I might have to cancel my April date so I don't miss the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. You said something in one of your stand-up shows that I can't stop thinking about, and I think it's brilliant, but it makes total sense. Now, I'm not going to talk about the specific story because I didn't care. I not that I didn't care for it. I can't come across as talking about that story, but
Those stories.
the message was fantastic, which is right now with the news, how many good stories are we missing? Because all the news talks about is politics. And you told a whole long thing, and it was very funny, but the story wasn't funny.
Oh, we should bring that up. Is that special just came out during COVID? Even though it was a year old, it took that long to get it out. So my newest special is the one we filmed a year ago, Memorial Day, there that you're talking about. It's
Yes,
called
The
Dying
dying.
of a Last Breed. So
Dying of a
that's out
Last
on
Breed.
Amazon Prime.
Yes, exactly. And it is hilarious. And the story you tell about that and how it comes to, and every time I turn the news on, I was watching it last night, and I hate to always think of you, but I can't stop it because it is such a waste of time. All you hear is this nonsense about these two candidates, and what are all the good stories we could be missing out on happening across the world? The news didn't just stop because these two candidates
Yeah,
existed.
when I filmed that bit, that special, it was just talking about Trump monopolizing the news. That's before COVID and riots
Right,
took
right,
over
right.
along with Trump. So I don't put the news on. As far as I'm concerned, the outside world is for business purposes only. If I can't write a bit about it that's going to be good, like I, I have nowhere to like. I could write shit down, but by the time I ever get back on stage, it'll be old news. So I'm not even going to start writing until there's at least a bad vaccine.
You ran for president once? Is that
don't ever get your questions from Wikipedia because they're just boring stories.
Would you run again?
No, fuck no.
When was that?
2000. It was for 2008, and I actually filed all the paperwork, and then it was just too much problems. If I talked about running on stage, if I talked about my campaign, that means all the ticket price is campaign contributions.
Oh.
And if I don't file that, then I'd have problems with the.
Got it. Yeah.
Do you think Kanye West knows that?
Kanye West can afford a lot of accountants.
But he probably doesn't know that.
I'm not one to be trusted with not fucking up my math, and that's 6-figure fines.
Oy,
So
oy, oy.
yeah, it wasn't worth the joke.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. How much of your content on stage is based on your real life experiences and what you're actually dealing with? You told a story, I say story, but it was a joke, but it was very funny, about the King of Thailand. And is that all true, or is that just...
Absolutely.
Can you summarize that joke so we
No.
know what you're talking about?
I was touring it's about a 20-minute bit.
It is. It was very
but-
funny. You should
Part
watch
about the
it.
King of Thailand. I was doing a whole tour of Southeast Asia, and all the countries had different rules of do's and don'ts. But the one in Thailand is you can't make fun of the king, which I found out very late in the game is you can go to prison for 15 years for offending them or royalty itself on any level. It's a long story, but that's the gist.
It was excellent. Yeah.
Wait, you did make fun of him? Did you go to jail?
For that 20 minutes I did after I got out of that stupid fucking country.
So that is real. All your stuff on stage is based on your real life experiences.
It's true to a fault, where I know that sometimes if I add this in, it would be funnier, but that didn't happen. I'm a stickler for honesty.
I love it.